Hi, everyone. Anna Willett with the Boxing Circle here. Today, I am reaching out to you from San Diego, California, and I'm so excited that I have my dear friend from Detroit, Michigan, Shawni Boyd, with me. Thank you so much for joining today, Shawni. I'm so
Thank
happy
you
you're
for having
here.
me.
Yes, I
Yes.
wanted to give you your flowers. So you have your own show after the bell that you
Yep.
do with Shawni Boyd. And then also you were part of Team Superbad in Detroit, Michigan.
Yes, ma'am.
And then I feel like there's might be something else that I'm missing. Am I missing something else? I know you have a fight coming up, which is exciting.
I do. Yes,
But
my amateur debut is on June 6th at Burt's Warehouse. They're having they're putting on a show to honor our coach Bass that passed. So it's an honor for me to be fighting in this show because he was my coach when I first started at Superbad. Like I was working with him and LJ when I first started here. So yeah, it's an honor. I'm so excited. Like I hope to make Bass really proud.
I am so excited. Well, I've when I was in Detroit a few weeks ago, I saw you training, and I follow you on socials, and you pretty much live in the gym. Like you're working hard. So making them
Oh,
proud.
literally, I literally live here.
Like you're making them proud. So let me put it out there.
Yay.
So yeah, yeah. Thank you again. Thank you so much. So what we like to do here at the Boxing Circle is I'm working on putting some positivity out in the world through the boxing community and the sport of boxing. I want to celebrate coaches, fighters, and fans just like you and tell a little bit of your story through 5 rounds of questions. I promise you, these 5 rounds are going to be a lot easier than that upcoming fight.
Okay.
Okay, excellent. All right, so shall we go ahead and get into it? I know it's a little bit later for you out in Detroit, and I want to make sure you wrap up and get your dinner and all that fun stuff.
Oh yeah, because I am hungry. Okay, I eat like a grown man, so it's about time for me to have another meal.
I love it. Well, you're training, right? So,
Yeah.
food is fuel. So I
Yes.
get it. I get it. Okay, so round one, I want to take a little stroll down memory lane. And this is
Okay.
the first time you picked up a pair of boxing gloves. Do you remember what was going through your mind, what you were thinking and feeling? And
So I'm gonna start this out by saying the funny thing is about me boxing is I'm actually not a violent person at all. I've never even had a street fight before. Okay, like I this is something that I'm completely new to. But I always have wanted to box. So I worked at Title Boxing Club when I was in
okay,
college, and I took classes there, and I realized like being able to release some of that like built up anger or aggression, like it was amazing. I'm like, oh, this is
yeah.
this is really dope. I really like doing this. So that was probably the first time I picked them up was during the class, and I loved it. I've worked at Jabs gym. Like, I've always kind of sort of found my way in boxing. I don't know how, but I have.
Isn't that interesting? Because I myself am not like this person and, you know, never really got into street fights and things like that, but I'm so passionate about boxing and I've noticed that the fibers just
Yeah.
followed me throughout my life. And I've always just like was curious about it. I started boxing about a little over 10 years ago and just fell in love with it.
Mhm.
And I think it's the best sport and the best community. It's such
I
a
agree.
welcoming
I
community.
agree.
Yeah, yeah. So I love that. So when you first started, I mean, you worked at Jabs. I met Fortune when I was out in Detroit a few weeks ago. Great
Mhm.
guy and amazing that they
Yeah.
have, I think, 4 locations now. On top of that, you worked at Title. It's just kind of been part of your history, and now you're with Team Superbad,
Yes.
and you've got your amateur debut coming up, and I'm so excited for you.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Yes.
Thank you
So
so
that
much.
feeling of it just kind of followed you throughout your life, and then it just only made sense for you to
Yeah.
put on the gloves and get after it. That's what it sounds like to me. Am I correct on that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh, I love that. I love that so much, and we have that in common, just kind of like how it's always followed us. But all right,
Yeah.
let's lean into that
It's
passion.
it's dope.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. And then it connected us too, which is so exciting. I'm
Yes, and that's the
yeah,
thing I like really about boxing. I've been able to meet so many people that I would have never met or crossed paths with. Like it's opened up a whole new realm for me. Like you mentioned that after the bell with Shawni, that's something I could have never anticipated doing. You know what I'm saying? Like I would have never thought I'd be doing that. And now look at me, just immersed completely within boxing. Like it's my life. Boxing is literally my life at this point.
I love it so much, and that's music to my ears. And I love seeing After the Bell and all of those interviews. And I just love how many doors has opened up for you because when
Yeah.
I connect with people like you, and even for myself, it's opened up so many doors. I met LJ about a year and a half ago, and
Mhm.
he opened up so many doors for me. And so
Yeah.
it's just such a cool community, and everyone
Mhm.
really wants to help each other out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so dope.
Yeah, it's so great. Okay, we're gonna go into round two. So
Okay.
I do like to try and keep things positive, but we do know that there can be improvement in the sport and the community of boxing. If you had a magic
Mhm.
wand and you can improve any one thing, anything come to mind?
Oh, absolutely. It's actually really
Okay,
funny that you're asking this because a couple weeks ago I started my cycle. Well, and I was expected to still perform to my top ability in the gym. And I was like, okay, I love y'all, but it's so much testosterone here. It's so much male energy that doesn't understand feminine, like the like our female
right.
bodies, right? So if I could change anything, it would be more advocacy for women in the sport because it is a male
Mhm.
dominated sport. But we have women that are included, but we're not completely supported. I'll
Right.
say that. Like we're like inclusion and support, two different
Mhm.
things. And just like more understanding of how the female body works, like how our bodies work with our cycle, more training based around that, just more education. And yeah, just a lot more understanding, I would say, from our male counterparts in the sport, just to understand that our bodies do work completely differently.
Yes.
And it just shows we have to show up a little bit different for ourselves during those times of the month. So
I you're preaching to the choir. I love that you share this and so transparent about it because it's so true. And there's another person I want you to follow that I'll give you her information after this. Another amateur fighter
okay.
who I actually just debuted on socials this morning, Diamond Lee. She talks about this in her interview as well, like regarding nutrition and how we have to
Yeah.
focus on this.
Yeah.
She didn't go into as much depth as you just did in terms of like the male counterparts, but she did come to it from like the nutritional standpoint because she's like, hey, our bodies are very different and we need to be aware of that.
Very different.
So
Yeah.
thank you so much for sharing that, especially because I'm celebrating so many female fighters. I'm going to, there's here in Southern California, the Women's Boxing Network, and that's all female fighters. And so just
Mhm.
putting that out there is huge, Shawni. So I really appreciate you sharing that. And I co sign on all of
Yay. Good.
it. Thank you. Yes. So more awareness,
Mhm.
more consciousness. We do work, our bodies do work
Yeah.
very differently. Yeah. And that's important
Yeah.
to,
Yeah. Just really
and
just
you had shared
understanding that. Like,
some, yeah. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
but what were you saying? I'm sorry. It was a little
Oh,
lag.
oh, that's okay. I was just gonna say, just the more consciousness, and you had shared like a post, a vulnerable post, I would say a few weeks ago, and I was like, I think you look fantastic. Like you were talking about like how you weren't feeling totally comfortable in your skin, and I don't want to put too much out there, but I was just like, I think you look
Yeah.
fantastic. But I also know from experience what you're talking about and what you were feeling.
Mhm. Yeah. I think if you're talking about the one where I was bloated, is
Mm-hmm.
that the one you're
Yeah.
referring to? That yeah. I did not. I felt so uncomfortable, but I'm like, you know what? I still need to push through. I still need to do this. I'm gonna just have to modify my training. But like I felt terrible, but I'm like, I gotta keep going. I gotta
Yeah.
push through. I gotta keep going.
Yep. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad that you did, but I again also co-sign on everything you're saying and just having that awareness, that consciousness, and
Yeah.
you can still show up and work out, but things are going to be a little bit different during that time.
Different.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so round three. Let's go
Okay.
ahead and time travel. You
Okay.
can see any fight live of any decade, any generation, any of that, but you can only choose one. Who would you want to see fight live?
Mhm. So I actually hate that I didn't see this fight in general, and I actually need to go watch it. But the was it the and Amanda Serrano fight at Madison Square Gardens in 2022? That was the first time where women headlined a fight, and I think that was very monumental for the sport. So, and from what I've heard, it was a really, really good fight. It was really close. So that's definitely one I want to see in person. Like just being there, I can imagine the energy. Like for women to sell out
Mm-hmm.
Madison Square Gardens and to have the opportunity to showcase women in that light, I would have loved to be there. To have been
Right?
there, that just seemed like it would have been so amazing.
Absolutely. Well, okay, so I would have loved to have been there too, and I also didn't see that fight live. But let's when we figure out this time traveling, I'll bring the snacks
Yeah.
and we'll trade notes and we'll go
Okay.
together because you're right. It's headlining like that on that platform, that stage,
Huge.
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 I breaking so many glass ceilings, and I love it so much.
Yes,
Love it.
yes. I love that. I love this women empowerment so much that like that just right there was like you said, groundbreaking.
Yes.
Like I'm sure people didn't think that would have like happened anytime soon. And it's like, wow, like look at how the sport is being like extremely progressive. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
just showcasing women more just in general. I love it. Absolutely love it.
I love it so much. Yeah, I'm right there with you, and we'll trade notes. And I'm just so happy of where boxing is going because even though it is still a male dominated sport, we're seeing more female fighters than ever, and
Yes.
it's so much fun. And I was actually chatting with the founders of the Women's Boxing Network down here,
Mhm.
and their dream is to have it nationwide. And they provide opportunities for female fighters to pair up and spar with other female fighters because it's so hard to find a sparring partner. And when you're a woman, and
Yeah.
so they're providing these opportunities to help each other out and empower one another and build out that skill set. So
Yeah, I love
I,
that. I'm gonna have to look more into them. I think I recently started following them on Instagram, but I haven't done
yeah,
too much research. So I'm gonna have to stalk their page a little bit.
yeah, check it out. I will also be sharing some of the stuff. I'm going to go to their Pink Gloves Chapter 3 event next month. I already have my
Okay.
ticket and I'll share all the goodies and stuff like that. And
Yes.
then it would be so cool for us to open up, like, or for them, but I would love to help them up, open a chapter in Detroit. I think that would be phenomenal.
Well, if you need any help with anything, I'm your
I
girl.
love it. I love it. You're the best. You're the best, Johnny.
Thank you.
Excellent. Okay, so we're going to dig a little bit deeper before we get to our
Okay.
championship round. We're round four. I have started sharing, and I think you saw a little bit of it, why I started the boxing circle, but I'm going
Mhm.
through an insanely tough time in my life. Something I have never experienced this type of crisis before. And so the boxing circle was born through that. And it was basically me going, okay, how can I take this hard time and turn it into hopefully something positive and ideally create some beauty in the world
Mhm.
and really take these lemons and turn them into lemonade without trying to sound too cliche. So I know how much boxing brings to me and means to me in terms of community, confidence, getting to meet the most amazing people like you in the world
Thank
that we may never have crossed paths without boxing.
you.
And
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for that. On top of that, mental health aspect, physical health, all of it, the love, the support. So I know what it brings to me, but what does, and boxing has been throughout your life, what does boxing mean and bring to you, Shawnee?
So it's actually kind of crazy. So I like I said, I've kind of wanted to box for a while, but things just didn't line up in that way. And then um, I ended up getting a divorce. I think it's been like 3 or 4 years now. I'm not keeping count, but and I went through a really
Mhm.
depressive state for those few years. And last January, I was like, I'm tired of this. I'm like, I'm tired of feeling this way. I'm tired of feeling down. I'm like, let me do something I've always wanted to do. Like, let me get back to me, or create a new version of me. Like, I need to do something different.
Mhm.
So that's when I contacted LJ and started coming here. And boxing has really changed my life. Like, it has changed as far as like the discipline, mentally, physically. Um, it's made me a lot more calm, or like, and one thing for sure is control what you can control, and what you can't, just let it be handed to God, get rid of it. And that's exactly what you have to do with boxing. Like, when you're in that ring, you can only control what you do. Like, you can try to make your
Mm.
opponent do certain things, go where you want them to go, like, you do a little feint so you can, get them to move. But at the end of the
Mhm.
day, it's about you controlling you. And
Mhm.
um that's been huge for me. That's been huge. So yeah, so boxing just in general, it's just changed everything for me. And especially the discipline factor. I've never
Mhm.
worked this hard at anything. Like, I worked,
Mhm.
I was a dancer for 20 years, so like I trained, pretty
Mhm.
hard for that. But the discipline it requires to box, I've never had this level of discipline in my life.
Okay, well, there's a lot to unpack here, and I just love all of it. It's all the juicy bits. This is like amazing. One, I want to fully give you your flowers and commend you and applaud you on all the hard work that you've been doing. I see it, and I've only known you for a short period of time. So, first off, that's amazing. You have the discipline. I know you're at the gym, like I think it's like 5 a.m. or something like that. You're training and you're putting in the work. You're there now. I just
Yeah,
saw Mama
yes.
Harrison walk by. You're there now. You're like, and not to mention you're working and you're a full-time mom. So
Yeah.
you've got a lot on your plate and you're still able to do this and add that discipline and that dedication. Absolutely phenomenal.
Thank
Two,
you.
way to go on taking your power back and saying to yourself, I'm not happy where I am in my life right now and I want to reinvent it.
Yeah.
That takes so much strength and so much courage. It's very inspiring.
Thank you.
So thank you for doing that. And then just how it's changed you. I really loved what you said about when you're in the ring, you can only control what you can control. Talk about a life lesson right there.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. And it's spilled
Wow,
over
because
into my life. Like, I just let a lot of things go now. Like, I never was a huge a person like dwelled on things or that much, but like, learning that though has stress free, basically. Like, I'm darn near stress free at this point, because I can't if I can't control it, I just gotta let it go.
that is so solid. And I actually, even though I've been boxing for as long as I have, I never thought of it that way in the ring. And there's like, I don't know, like a big light bulb going off right here. Because yes, exactly. Because the way I always felt in the ring is it's like an active meditation because you cannot think about anything else except for what's
Right.
right in front of you. And this
Exactly.
is a different take on that. This may still be true. It is like an active meditation. You can only focus on what's coming at you.
Yeah.
But in your case, you're right. You can only control you and what you can control. Yes, you can try strategies and feints and things like that, but there's no guarantees.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I'm gonna marinate on this one. I really, really like that,
Okay.
Shawnee. And I really I again, it's just another take that I haven't thought of it and I haven't heard of describing the ring, and I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yes. And you said you're a former dancer. I'm a former dancer too. See, this is again, we're just
Look at God. Okay.
yes, I love it.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So we've got championship round. Now
Okay.
this is my favorite round because I let me just kind of tell you, I chat with all ranges of fighters, all different ages, all different levels, all different abilities. You should know, like I volunteer on Fridays with our local Rock Steady program. Those fighters, their average age is like 85, and they hit hard.
Mhm.
But and they have Parkinson's disease. They're doing it while they're fighting Parkinson's disease.
Oh,
I've also exactly, and then I also, youth. and everyone in between, pros, amateurs, world champions. My question to you is today is the day somebody is picking up a pair of boxing gloves for the first time, or has gained the courage to walk into a boxing gym for the first time, or step into the ring for the very first time. They gained enough courage to do that. What advice do you want to give them?
Um, Let me see. I would for sure do not compare your journey to anybody else's. And this can be a- advice that goes for any aspect of life, right? But
Hmm.
your boxing journey is going to be your boxing journey. It's not always going to be beautiful. It's not always going to be on the up and up. There's going to be days where your arms are tired. You feel like you can't do it. You got your running time is slow. Like you're gonna want to give up, but you got to keep going and remember your why. I want to say, I think I was talking to Josiah, and
Hmm.
he was like, "You gotta have your why. Like when all else fails, like you can try to be motivated as much as you want to, but you have your why, have your reason, like why you're doing this. That you're never gonna, you're not gonna
Hmm.
fail your why. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
my why, part of my why is my daughter. Honestly,
Yeah.
part of my why is my daughter because she wants to box too now. Like she looks at me and she sees this like amazing person as her mom, and I'm like, you know what? I want her to keep looking at me like that. So for somebody just getting into the sport, like I said, find your why. Don't
Hmm.
compare your journey and just have fun with it. Have fun with it and know that the gym that you're at, they are going to become your family and they want to
Yeah.
help you. That's something I had to learn because I'm also like kind of shy sometimes. And for the longest, like I'll be scared to hit the bag around them. And when I first started, because I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, I had no idea what
Right.
I was doing. But they're here to help me. Like they're not making fun
Hmm.
of me. They're not doing it. They are here to help because this is a very dangerous sport. Where the amateur pro, it
Hmm.
doesn't matter. It's very dangerous. So just know nobody's judging you.
Nope.
Everybody started somewhere. Everybody started somewhere.
Oh, this is beautiful. You hit on so many key points. Not comparing your journey. It's so easy to see somebody else in the ring or in the gym, and you're just like, oh, I don't look like that. Like, oh, they're so
Mm-hmm.
fast, or oh, they're. Guess what? They started somewhere too. So
Yep.
put those blinders on. Don't be comparing, because no two journeys are alike. No two champions are alike. No two. It, yeah, don't do it. And then having your why. That's huge. My why
Yeah.
is different than your why. My boxing journey is different than your boxing journey. No two journeys are greater or better or worse than others.
Yeah.
It's truly respect. And you're right, that gym is going to become your family. I am so fortunate to have my home gym here where I started my boxing journey here in San Diego. And then also,
Mm-hmm.
I now have these personal ties with Super Bad in Detroit. And every time I love LJ and Tony, Boogie, they crack me up because they always
Yeah.
correct me. I was like, I'm so confused what you guys are doing here. And they're like, you can't be a fan of your family, Anna. And so,
I've never heard you can't be a fan of your family. I like that. I
yeah.
like that.
And so they correct me all the time. And I've been, visiting, I've been out to Detroit, handful of times in the last 18 months, and I always make a stop by, and they're just the best. They are just your gym. I'm just really, really happy that you're at Super Bad because they are phenomenal, and I know those folks.
Yeah.
And you're right. Although boxing gyms, they are there to help you. They're not judging you. They're not making fun of you.
Yep.
They want to make
And
sure
they
you're
shouldn't be. If they
safe.
are, then you're at the wrong place. But they should not be doing that.
Exactly. They should not be doing that. You're correct, because you should not only feel safe, you should be safe at your gym.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
it is, like you said, it's a very dangerous sport. It's so easy to get hurt in a
Mm-hmm.
very tragic way if you're not careful or if you're not taught to do something correctly. So,
Right.
you know, kudos to you, kudos to Superbout, and then just that wonderful advice. So that is amazing. Well,
Yeah.
I am so glad we connected. I am so excited for your amateur debut. It's coming up. It's right around the corner. You better believe I'm going to be
Yes.
streaming
40
that.
days
I'm
out.
going to be all right. Countdown is on. We're going to do this. It's going to be great. I'm so excited for you. And just thank you so much for your generous time, your energy, your story. Please know you're helping thousands of people by sharing it. And I want to give you this moment. Any last words for your friends, your family, your fans?
I appreciate everybody and all of the support. I have been getting an overwhelming amount of support from everybody when it comes to this. And this is something that I was a little nervous to talk to people about because I am 33 years old. I'll be 34 this year. And it's a little bit older to get into boxing. So I thought people were going to look at me crazy, like, girl, what's wrong with you? But I have gotten nothing but love and support and encouragement. And I just love everybody for that. And I just thank everybody for that because I mean, I would be lying if I said I didn't need it. I do need that support because, this stuff gets hard. It gets hard. You have your days, but I love it. Love them. Love everybody. I'm just so excited.
Oh, I'm so excited for you. And don't guess what? I started my boxing journey at 34. So you're fine.
Oh, yay! Look at us.
Yeah, you're totally fine. You're fine, girlfriend. You got this. Oh my goodness. Well, that is so sweet. You have me in your corner. I am going to be looking you up the next time I'm in Detroit, but I'm going to be following your journey in the meantime. I do hope to get back out there sometime this summer, but you better believe I'm going to be following that real closely
Yay.
because I know you're going to do really, really well. And I just appreciate you again sharing everything and taking the time out of your busy training schedule because technically you're in camp, so it's no big
Yeah.
deal.
It's no problem. It's my pleasure.
um,
I appreciate you
oh,
so much.
thank you. Well, let's connect again soon and
All
have
right.
a great day.
You too, girl.
Thank you. Bye.